Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Talking Bullion. Well, today I've got an interesting video for you. I want to show you how I was able to only pay $525 for a half ounce of gold, an American Gold Eagle at that. So stay tuned and we'll take a look. Alright, so as most of you know, the 2021 Morgans and Peace Dollar came out recently, and anybody who went and bought them had a really fun time on the website getting them ordered. I was able to get a few of them. The maximum you could get was 3. I was able to get 3 on 4 out of the 6 and 2 on the other 2 of the 6. And during that time, I got an email from one of the online bullion dealers saying that they were taking orders and would buy a complete set off of you for a certain amount of money. Now, I'm not going to reveal the exact amount of money, but you'll probably be able to extrapolate the data with the numbers that I give you. But anyway, this online bullion dealer, which I'm sure many in the community got the same email, so I don't think it's really that big a deal to say who it is or how much it is. But anyway, sent an email saying, hey, if you'd make a commitment, that they would go ahead and buy them off you for a certain amount of money. So I sent in the information. You have to send in your order numbers from the mint, proving that you have them on order. So I sent that into them, and they accepted it, sent me back a PO number. And then we just waited it out because, as you know, we ordered those several months before they came in. So I finally got them in. The day I got the last ones in, I packaged up one of each, put them in a box, shipped them out, exactly like I was supposed to do. They received them, I think, 3 days later, and within a week of that, they had a check in the mail to me, and a couple days later, I received the check. So what's that got to do with this gold coin, you say? Well, as part of that process, I was able to exactly double my money. So I made twice as much off the coins as what I paid for them. And in that process, I made $510 off of selling those coins to the online bullion dealer. Now, as most of you know that follow my channel, I am not a flipper. I usually don't flip. But how can you not flip in these situations, right? I mean, the U.S. Mint puts these things out, and there's a high demand for them. So if you can get more than one, it's a good opportunity. I could have flipped my original set too, but I wanted to keep a set for myself. So I have one of each, keeping them, putting them in the safe, keeping them in a safe spot, hang on to them, even though the value has dropped quite a bit on them. They're still the first issue of the 2021 Morgans and Peace Dollar. Now they've announced already that they're going to have 2022 versions of them. But I think the originals will be classics, and whether they go up or go down doesn't really matter. They're still classics to hang on to as a coin person that gets into the coin hobby. They're pretty cool. I personally think there's a lot of things the Mint did wrong with the program, but that's not what this video is about. So we're moving on from that. Alright, so what I did was I took that check that I received back, and that money was, charged my account a while ago, so between that and the money that we made in profits, we had just about enough to buy a half ounce of gold. Only had to kick in $15 extra to get this. Now, I was seeking a Type 2 half ounce, the 2021, and I should have been a little bit more patient because one of the vendors at the coin show did have one. It would have been a little bit more money what I paid for this one. But I just thought it would be cool to get a full set of the Type 2s. But I'm also a stacker, and, more money is more money, and a half ounce of gold is a half ounce of gold, and the, American Silver Eagle is the American Gold Eagle is a quality coin, regardless of, what year it is. So 2003, I actually asked for an older one. So I think the older ones, kind of vintage ones, are, a little bit better, although I don't think they pull anything additional when you go to sell it, or if you were to take it to a coin shop. I don't think they'd really care that it was a 2003 versus something else. But I figured, getting one a little bit older was kind of cool. So what I did is I took the money that we originally invested into the Morgans, and I added the additional $15 to this, and we ended up paying only $525 for this gold coin. Now I think there's probably a little bit of shipping mixed into there. In fact, I'm not sure I paid much shipping on the Morgans, because you qualify for free shipping after buying so many items from the U.S. Mint. I might have got some of them shipped to me free, but anyway, it would have been $5 or $4.99, a few bucks here or there. So that technically would have been added to the cost, but since I'm not sure what that was, we're just going to go with the hard numbers, right? Coins cost $5.10. I added $15 to it for the difference that this cost, which was at the time $1,035, and we ended up paying $525 for a half ounce of gold, an American Gold Eagle. It's not a off coin. It's not some foreign coin, which there's nothing wrong with them, but I really like the Gold Eagles when it comes to resaleability. So yeah, so here's a case where flipping works, right? You get something, you can turn around and flip it pretty quick and make some money off it. Now again, those Morgans and peace dollars have actually come down quite a bit. In fact, I'm not really sure that the online bullion dealer is probably happy at this point, because they're easily selling those 6 coins for a few $100s less than what they paid me for it. When I say they, I'm meaning you can go out to Facebook and eBay and stuff and see that you can get the full 6 coins for quite a bit less than what the online bullion dealer paid. So, those online bullion dealers do charge more a lot of times on their sites, and I'm sure they'll, get their money back or break even or do something. They're not in the business of losing money, so maybe they'll send the ones off to be graded that I sent them, and, graded coins will, certainly bring back some good cash too. So yeah, so what do you think? Not bad. Half ounce of gold for $525. We are very, very excited about that. But because I picked this up from a vendor, sorry, I'm just reaching over for my Sigma Metalytics verifier. Because we picked this up from a vendor, I think it's probably good that we check it out, make sure it comes back as being valid gold, right? And just because you bought it from a dealer doesn't mean that it's real. It should be, probably is, but let's make sure. Alright, so I got my Sigma. Let's turn it on. I do have the wand plugged in. I shouldn't need the wand, but I noticed that because the staples are in here, it kind of lifts it off the surface a little bit. So I have to press run calibrate. Let me see if I can get the... So run calibrates here, and I'm going to select the purity here, and there's a setting for the American Eagle, Gold American Eagle. So once you get to the setting you want, run calibrate. So right now I can either use the wand or use a sensor. So there's a select sensor button right here. You can see it causes this green light to come on over here. I do have to push the run calibrate button again. So let's put this on the middle here and see what it says. You can see it's within the brackets, and again, I think it's because it's lifted up a little bit from these staples. It's not a flat surface. Let's put down the other side, which is a little bit flatter. You have to make sure too that you're within this black ring. I'm kind of having a hard time seeing that black ring from where I'm at. But again, it's within the brackets, so that looks good. But to make sure, another way we can check is to use the wand, right? So if I push the select sensor button, it lights up the wand over here. Press run calibrate. Let's bring it back down to about here. Let's put the sensor on. Yep, the sensor's fine. Now one thing with the sensor is you got to make sure there's a bunch of, bumpy stuff on the surface of the coin because of what's stamped on the coin. So you want to make sure you get it on a fairly flat surface. But there you go. We can flip it over, put it on there. Yep. 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 Alright, so good. This coin tests out to be a real American gold eagle. So again, just doing your due diligence, making sure that what you got is what it's supposed to be. So yeah, what a nice looking coin, huh? Bring it up a little bit, show it off a little bit. So that's how you can do it, folks. You know, sometimes if there's something available at the mint that you're maybe not interested in, but you see it as a flipping opportunity, now you have to be careful because not everything's a flipping opportunity. You can get burned too. I mean, burned in the sense that you might not be able to flip it for a lot of money, but still should have value if you buy it. But even if you're not really that interested in it, maybe pick it up and turn around and flip it and use the proceeds to buy some more precious metals, right? You know, there's been some big opportunities from the mint over the past year or two to do this kind of stuff. And why not, right? Why not find a way to fund some precious metals? Well, I hope this was good information for you. Just trying to educate and show another way that you can raise some funds to add more to your stack. Because where we're at right now with inflation going up and all your costs going up, it's getting harder and harder to find that extra money in the old budget to pick up the precious metals. And as most of us would agree right now in the stacking community, we need to keep stacking, right? That's what we're doing, the best we can. We need to keep stacking because you just never know what's going to happen. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. And always remember, let's keep talking bullion.